Hi, everybody. Hold on. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Hold on. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing this morning? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing something new this morning, as you can see. Hello, Riley. Thanks for joining me. Hello, wonderfully and beautifully made. Hello. Doing well. Hey, Skinny. Hey, RVN. Thank you so much for joining me, TJ. Hi, Courtney. Good to see everyone. Thank you so much for popping in. This is so cool. This is my first time doing this. I was going to do a test live stream, but I decided just to come through just for a little bit to chat with everyone. And I came across a video that's kind of funny. It's funny to me. And I wanted to, of course, make a lesson out of it. So let me know that you all can hear me. And thank you so much for popping in this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And as you're coming in, please send my likes up through the roof. Hey, send my likes up through the roof. Hey, send my likes up through the roof. Hey, send my likes up through the roof. Thank you so much. Please like the video. Again, thank you so much for being here. I love when I see the ladies in the chat. Courtney is in the house. Thank you again for joining me this beautiful, blessed day, morning, and all of the things. So I'm not going to be before you too long. Thank you, Riley. Thank you. I was going to wear my hair down, but I wasn't really feeling it. So I decided just to grab my claw clip and put it up. Thank you. Okay, so yes, I don't plan to be before you too long, but I came across a video that, again, I wanted to make a lesson out of. And I think this is just a small representation as to the reasons why women, I of course titled it women, but people in general, but I'm a woman, so mainly women have a tough time taking and accepting criticism. But I just want you all to know, I want to remind you that honesty is the best policy, especially when it comes to your friends, your family, and even your children. Okay, so I'm going to bring up a video, but I'm not going to show it on the screen because it is someone's child, and I just don't want to do that. Plus, considering how this orientation is different, it's going to look a little funky. So rather than bringing up the video, I'm just going to ensure that you guys can hear it. And so we'll go from there. Good to see you all night, Kiss. I believe it's my first time seeing you. So quite a few new names I'm seeing in the chat. So welcome. But again, welcome to Bella's Corner, where the truth is delivered with love. Again, I appreciate all of you for being here. If you like the content you see, then please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new uploads or when I go live. Okay. So just let's go ahead and just take a listen. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? And again, the reason the orientation is different is because I was put up on some game, on some content creation game. Apparently, YouTube is starting to push this orientation more into the algorithm. And I noticed that my numbers have been down a little bit. My engagement has been down. So I want to ensure that I'm wise in my content. And so I wanted to, again, pop on here and use this orientation to see how it goes. Okay. All right. Fantastic. You all can hear. So brace yourself. But I have a point. Okay. So before I replay it, this is an 8-year-old. Her name is Kinsley Murray, and she recently delivered a passionate performance of the national anthem at the Pacers game. This little girl is famous for singing the national anthem at games across the country. Okay, so let's take a listen. Let's fight for the real path we watch. We're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like the video, y'all. Bright stars. What do you think? What do you think? Courtney says, I hear the passion. We can practice a bit, but very confident. There we go. You feel me, Courtney? You understand? You understand? Hi, live in real life. You understand? What do you all think? Courtney says she loves music. And again, she says she can hear the passion, but we can practice a bit. Now, this video was on Instagram, and this was my comment, okay? This is why folks can't take criticism, because the first and the main people in their lives were never honest with them from the start. Okay, and then after that, I said, I can hear the potential, and of course, as even Courtney says, the passion. But baby needs a little bit more vocal training. Hi, Beth Shua. Thank you so much for joining me. So, what is my point? What is my lesson? As the title suggests, honesty is the best policy. Now, in terms of why women can't take criticism, it's because, again, the people in their lives, mom, dad, auntie, sister, brother, friends, close folks, have deprived them of honesty. And yes, I said deprived. They've been deprived. Women have been deprived from honesty from the start. Now, if you've been here for a little bit, this isn't necessarily going to be a new conversation, but let's talk about it, right? As I've said time and time again, women can't take criticism, and we don't understand that our actions have consequences, if it's of course a negative thing, is because someone has always saved us from the consequences, or someone has never been honest with us. And that someone is, I'm referring to in particular, someone that the girl, the woman, the person trusts and accept their opinion from. You know what I mean? So again, parents, loved ones, siblings, close friends. Women, girls are deprived of honesty from the start. Oh, don't worry, baby, you're beautiful. Oh, don't worry. And let me say this. I'm not saying don't try to instill a form of confidence within your children. So don't be like, ooh, that's trying to say you just be mean to your children, even from conception. No, that's not what I'm saying. But my point is, in order to prepare a child for the real world, it is always best to be honest. Okay? And when you, again, deprive a child or deprive a person, someone, from honesty, that sets them up to expect everyone to accept them or to think they're good or for them to think that their talent, gift, looks, or whatever it is astounding, is beautiful. But sometimes that be not the case. Perilous fight for the real path we watch. We're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets that the flag was still there. Rose and bright stars. Instead of parents being honest about like, okay, baby, you aren't ready for the stage quite yet. You're continuing, yes, baby, go, 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 without giving the child proper training, without giving the child proper guidance. And then you have your baby thinking that they can go out into the real world and grace the stage everywhere when they simply aren't ready. Or when they simply should look into something else that they're better at. So, how is this relevant to my platform? How is this relevant to becoming a wife? Ladies, some of you, as you stand today, right now, are not ready. If you come across a man, and although you may want it, right? Although you may come across a good man, a good marriageable man who's ready to provide and provide his essentially 4 P's, shout out to the Crimson Cure, who's ready, you may come across him, but if you're not ready, that may be a failed opportunity, a failed chance, because you are not ready to be a wife as it stands today. This is why I come on here and express over and over and over again, time and time again, that, hey, this is how you can become a wife. These are things that you can do. These are things that you can do in terms of checking your heart and your thought processes, your mentality, and even your behavior and your demeanor and decorum. These are ways that you can self-improve today, right now, as it stands. So in the event that you do come across that good man who's willing and ready and able, you'll at the very least have the opportunity for him to actually stop and say, hey, how you doing? You see? Some of you ladies, you don't have the people, the appropriate people in your life to provide to you honest criticism that can tell you, hey, baby, I think, hey, my friend, hey, girl, hey, honey, I think maybe you should fix your attitude. Hey, I think that it's time for you to brush up on some of your personal skills, communicative skills. Again, attitude. Maybe it's time for you to lose a few pounds. Okay. Maybe it's time for you to incorporate a little bit more discipline in your routines, in your lifestyle. You see? Being a wife, ladies, takes discipline. What do I say over here? A good woman makes a good wife, and a good wife makes a good mother. The goodness in that includes discipline. A man with a plan, a man with a program, a man who is successful in his own ways, in his career, in his life, a man who is fit, a man who this husband, right? He is disciplined. He did not earn that success by being undisciplined. He did not earn that success by being slothful. He didn't earn that success in whatever arena, right? We're not just talking about financially, career, but in general in his life, right? He did not earn those things by being undisciplined. He did not earn those things by not accepting criticism. Hi, Isaiah. Thank you for joining me. Hello, hello, Theo. Theo from the Do Better podcast is in the house. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me see. Thanks for stopping in, you all. Just want to come on here with a quick lesson. Live in Real Life says he's noticed that women can't take criticism. Courtney says that child just needs to practice emotional control. This is one of the most difficult songs to sing ever. I agree. Yes, I certainly hear the potential. She does. She has the potential to have a nice voice. But yes, there's a clear lack of control, vocal control. I can hear a little vibrato in there. And yes, children are highly moldable, which is why it is extremely important, ladies, if you, again, want to be a wife, want to be a mother, it is extremely important while you want to love and nurture and be soft and sweet and kind to your babies. You also, a part of being a mother is also instilling discipline. Sit down. No, go over there. Get down, baby. I said no. And even as your children begin to explore different sports and things, okay, you're not good at that. Let's try something else. You enjoy that? Okay, if you really enjoy doing that, if this is what you want to do, let's practice. Because guess what? The saying goes, practice makes perfect. But no, practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Say it with me. Perfect practice makes perfect. Like the video, please, as you come in. Send my likes up through the roof, roof, roof. Send my likes up through the roof, roof, roof. Hey, send my likes up through the roof. Perfect practice makes perfect. So children and even adolescents, it is appropriate to say, hey, baby, nope. Do it this way, do it that way. See, when I came up, I was into sports and cheerleading and dance. And so there was a constant sense of wanting to be perfect and needing to improve. Got to be more flexible. Got to, be on your releve a little bit higher. Have to point your toes a little bit more. Straighten out your legs. You have to, hit, those cheerleading poses a little bit harder than that, right? There was a constant need of being critiqued. And so as I grew into my teenage years and even adulthood, although sometimes I do get salty when I'm being criticized, so I'm not going to act like I can just take all the criticism. I get salty when my husband corrects me still. So I don't want you to misunderstand me. But even in childhood, it is necessary to, again, train your child up in the way that they should go. And when they are old, they will not depart, right? That's not only in their faith, but that's also in like everything in character building, right? So even in my adolescence, I was being critiqued. Even in my adolescence, I tried out for teams and I didn't make them. Even in my adolescence, I even was said, hey, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's see what you're good at. Let's see what you're not good at. Let's see where we can improve. And so when we are ready to put you in the limelight, when we are ready to put you out on the stage, even at a young age, because I was performing, I was dancing and things of that nature, even at this little girl's age, she's a 9-year-old. I was ready. But you cannot be ready and yield a good product if you do not practice perfectly. So ladies, no, conviction doesn't feel good. But if you want to be a quality wife to a quality man, if you want to attract a quality man, a marriageable quality man, you must practice perfectly. Y'all see where I'm going here? What does perfect practice mean? That means You are doing the inner work today. You're being honest today about your character flaws, about how maybe you don't like being criticized, you don't like being told what to do, right? Perfect practice includes being honest within yourself. Hey, my life is this way, or I keep attracting these trash men. Perfect practice says, I keep attracting these trash men. So instead of doing this, dusty, busted, broke, niggas ain't, instead of doing this, start doing this. How can I improve? What can I do in order to yield better environments, or results in my environment? If you cannot you cannot literally change your environment, but if you change yourself, if you adjust yourself, if you do the self-improvement, that is when your environment will change, ladies. So again, if you keep attracting the pookies, the dusties, and yada, 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 granted, every woman has attracted men who weren't worth her time. So let's be honest about that as well. But you have to be able to get the discernment, and you'll be able to tell as you continue to self-improve. But anyway, if you put in the work today, that is when you'll yield better results tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And as you're putting in that perfect practice, when that right marriageable man gets in front of you, you're ready to hit the stage. You're not sounding crazy. You're not, missing notes. Now, I'll say that about the missing notes part. A good marriageable man who's willing and ready to lead and teach, he's not going to expect you to be perfect, right? Like literally. He's not expecting you not to perhaps mess up in some capacity, or, to make mistakes. But he's going to be ready to lead you down a more perfect path. Because guess what, ladies? Every wife, and I've got Beth Shua in the house if she's still in here, and she would agree with me. She had to make some adjustments in order to be molded by her husband, in order to be the wife that her husband needs and wanted her to be. I had to make the appropriate adjustments to be the wife that my husband wants me to be. And I am still adjusting. My husband is a very picky eater. If I change a seasoning in a food, he will notice. And he may or may not eat it. And then I'm salty because I put in my love and a little extra seasoning because I wanted to switch up the taste. I put in all this effort and all this work. And now he's saying, did you switch it up? Did you change? What'd you do different? And then here comes the critiques. What seasoning did you put in there? Oh, well, I put this, and that's what you did. Did I tell you to add the extra seasoning? Baby, I told you I liked it the last time. Why did you change it? Why did you add an extra seasoning that, I like the recipe the way it is, baby. Why did you do that? You see? And this isn't just about cooking, but you see my point, right? Being able to take criticism, ladies, makes you moldable for your husband because you are his woman. You are his wife. So since you belong, yes, I said belong to him. Since you have his last name, since he is your husband, your leader, provider, teacher, you have to be moldable. Just as he should know what food you like, what food you don't like, what your favorite flower is. If you hate lilacs and your favorite flower is roses, and he constantly keeps bringing you lilacs, you're going to be upset, are you not? Aren't you going to say, how come this man keeps bringing me my least favorite flower as a gift? After I've told him time and time again, I don't like lilacs. I hate the way they smell. I hate the way they look. I don't like the way the petal is shaped. But he keeps bringing me this lilac. He keeps bringing me lilacs. Why? I like roses. I want roses. He brought me roses one time, and I showed him that I really appreciated it. But then after that, he just keeps bringing me lilacs. Why is that? You're going to get frustrated. Are you or are you not? You are. And so you're going to expect him as your man, again, to know your likes and dislikes. But this isn't a one-way street. Be honest. Say, hey, baby, please stop bringing me lilacs. I love you. I appreciate the effort, but I hate lilacs. Because he's your man. So he should know the things you like. He should know how to butter you up. He should. Because just as he molds you into his wife, which is why the vetting process is so important, because he's trying to see if you have the wherewithal to be his wife, if you have the wherewithal to allow him to mold you to be his, because he has a purpose that he needs you to help mate him to fulfill. And so before you get to the holy matrimony part, he has to see if you put in that perfect practice in order to become his. You see? I thank you all for stopping in. I appreciate all of the love in the soup in the chat. Hello, 18th letter. Courtney says balanced praise, criticism, and encouragement with challenges. Exactly. Happy Sabbath, Nini. We're almost done, you guys. I just wanted to come in here just a little bit, just to kind of give you guys a lesson. Courtney says discipline, practice all day, all night, every day, school, homework, dance, sing, study. Discipline is of utmost importance, especially in childhood. Courtney says, I'm not married yet, Bella, but this has always been clear to me. Exactly. That means you probably have always wanted to be a wife. I've always wanted to be a wife since I was a little girl. Like, I kid you not. I've always wanted to be a good quality wife. Bathsheba says this transitioning thing is a lifelong journey, which is why it is important, ladies, to be able to accept honesty even when it doesn't feel good, even when it doesn't tickle your little ears. Because the truth is love. Correction is love. The truth sets you free. And what does the truth and honesty also do? Help you improve. If I am trash at singing, like trash, should like sound like Ice JJ Fish. sounding crazy. And if I'm constantly being told, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, you sound just like Jennifer Hudson. You have such a beautiful voice, and I sound nothing like Jennifer Hudson. I sound nothing like Jasmine Sullivan. Who else sings well? I sound nothing like Fantasia. I sound nothing like whomever else you think have beautiful voices. But if I'm constantly being pumped up and told, yeah, you can do it, yeah, you can be grace the same stage, and I'm giving being fed all of this delusion, I'm going to really think that I am all that in a bag of chips, and then it's going to be someone who's going to tell me the actual truth, like a Simon Cowell. The Simon Cowell in my life is going to come through and shoot down my entire ego with the truth, when someone in my life should have been told me prior to getting to that point that I was trash. Ladies, some of you are not ready to be wives. You have trash character, trash personality, trash discipline, and there is no one in your life who's been telling you that. But I'm here to tell you. But guess what, baby? It's all out of love. But as long as you're willing to take the criticism, it's going to be all right. Because if you're willing to do the self-improvement today, you're going to look different next month. And next year, whoo, you're going to be a wife walking who's ready to be found. But you will not do that and be that if you cannot do the self-improvement, if you cannot take the criticism.
For the real path we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, love bombs bursting in, yeah. That a flag was still there, rose bright star.
That baby needs some more voice training, and that is okay. Ladies, you need some more wife training, and that is okay. There is a purpose for training. Ladies, I've talked about conditioning over here, right? When I was in school, I ran track and field. For those of you who are in sports, even football, things of that nature, you understand what conditioning means. Conditioning means getting you ready, getting you set up for whatever is to come. So prior to the outdoor season, there's an indoor season in track and field. But prior to the indoor season, there is just simply, again, a conditioning season where you run sprints up and down stairs. Even if you're a long distance runner, you're running sprints. You're running up and down the stairs. You're weight training. You're putting in all the work and conditioning your muscles and your endurance levels, cardiovascular capabilities, and things of that nature in order to prepare for the season, in order to prepare for the competition. And then you transition again from the conditioning season into the indoor season, which also conditions you for the outdoor season. And that's when more of the competitions come up, states, right? The indoor season, it also prepares you for the outdoor season, for the main season that you have to prepare for. And when you're running track and field indoor, there's no wind resistance. So it's just straight speed, straight spikes on the track. That's where your coach can see, we should adjust you. Maybe you should run this race instead of this. Maybe you should do this instead of that. Work on your starting. Let's work on you getting onto the blocks. Let's work on, Your first 5 steps out of the blocks. Let's work on this. Let's work on that. Let's strengthen you even more. So next time this race happens, you can go from 4th place to 2nd place. Ladies, this is your conditioning phase. This is your conditioning phase, your training phase in order to prepare you for wifedom. In order to get you ready to be in front of that man who's willing and ready to take you in, to mold you to be his wife. And then the indoor season comes to a close, and then you're ready for the outdoor season. And then you look back and say, during this conditioning phase, it was rough. There were days when my legs felt like noodles. There are days where I was tired, didn't want to go to practice, couldn't stand my coach, couldn't stand my teammates. But look at me now. I could barely keep up. But look at me now. I couldn't take criticism. But look at me self-correcting now. Look at me self-improving now. Because self-correction is a very, very important skill to have, ladies, when you're in a relationship with a masculine man. He's not going to want to tell you the same thing 50 gazillion times. He already asked you to adjust your attitude. He already asked you to, not do this or whatever. Or maybe you're a little lazy. Ladies, do something right the first time. That way you don't have to go back and correct it. If you clean up the kitchen, if you rinse the dishes off and put them in the dishwasher, you won't have a whole sink full of dishes at the end of the day. Especially if you know that man can't stand dishes being in the sink. You see? I hope you all are understanding all of my analogies. Isaiah says, Bella, your ability to tap into moments of lived experience and make it teachable is appreciated. I appreciate you for letting me know, Isaiah. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Bathshua, for your donation to the platform. And she says, come on, my stuff's like a little slow. And thank you for sponsoring this morning's pop-up stream. Bathshua says, I am an older woman and my husband still corrects me. It pains me when I displease him. Hyenas think my disposition as weak. But it keeps me with a good man who takes care of me. That part. To my faith-based folks, just because you accepted your Lord, your Savior, your God into your life today or years ago, that doesn't mean that you don't have to continuously repent. You do. Because we always fall short. We are extremely flawed individuals. We don't always make the best decisions. We're stubborn. We don't always read. We don't always pray. So we have to ask for forgiveness. We have to self-improve, self-correct. Similar thing with your husband. And he is doing that himself as well. This isn't one-sided, but I'm talking to the ladies. He's always trying to figure out a way how to be a better man, a better husband, a better father. But your dedication, ladies, and your discipline and honor, right? Self-correcting is a form of honor to your husband. And your honor to him will motivate him and inspire him to continuously be better. Your femininity will inspire him to continue to move forward toward his purpose. And he understands that as long as he's successful, well, rather, you should understand that as long as he's successful, you will benefit. Inspire him to be a better man. Inspire him to continue to be a man of upstanding and good character. Don't stress him. Give him space to self-improve, to go toward his his goals. That doesn't mean you're always nagging him and always being up under him, wanting to be up under him. But that means, as I've said before, as he's your rock, you be his net. You're there to catch him when he falls. You're there to be his resting place. Give him peace. When he's tired, be his peace. Thank you for your super sticker live in real life. I appreciate it. Hi, Run Princess. Love your work. Hit the likes button. Yes, hit the likes button, y'all. Hit the likes button and shout out to you, Run Princess. I appreciate you. And since you gave me $2,
give me $1, man. King, give me $1, man. Come on, man, for somebody.
Thank you. And I've got one more I need to go ahead and tap into. Thank you, Beshua, again for your donation. You, again, are this stream's show sponsor. Beshua says, knowing transitioning into a lifelong journey, Tia Mowry's excuse about graduating from her marriage is that, an excuse, and she's paying for her choices. That part, ma'am. That part. And thank you for your donation. Precisely. Exactly. Bathsheba said she is an older woman and her husband still corrects her. Ladies, we need guidance. And I love the guidance of my husband. Don't hate the guidance of a man. Don't hate it. Embrace it. Because he's only telling you things that will help you, that will help your union, that will help you be a better woman, a better mother, a better wife. And this is why marriage is not a partnership. Boop. This is why, ladies.
Oh, I can feel that from where I am.
But that's all I got for you. Send my likes up through the roof, roof, roof. Hey, send my likes up through the roof. Help this video get pushed out into the algorithm because YouTube is playing with me, you all. I notice my likes and views and things of that nature, they're starting to dip. And I'm just like, whoa, what's going on? Hi, Gregory. Wonderfully and Beautifully Made says, how can you trust that your boyfriend in whom you're in a relationship with won't cheat on you, even though he lives in a different country? Good question. I would say stop worrying about it. If his patterns don't change, if you don't perceive that his patterns and stuff like talking to you and the way he speaks to you and, you know, whatever your pet name is for him, if his behavior just doesn't change, I would say don't worry about it. Let me tell you all something. My husband is in a whole nother country right now for work. And he's a nice looking man. He very well could. He has more than enough space to be unfaithful. But do I look worried? I'm not about to worry my pretty little head. Because who he is to me and for me, his love and attention and things of that nature, he still gives me what I need even from a distance. So I would say to that is don't worry about it. Especially again, if your conversations don't seem to change. And if you two are continually talking about how you're basically going to be in his future, if he's saying that you're in his future, if he's including you in his future plans and things of that nature, don't worry about it. That isn't to say that men aren't faithful. There are men who are unfaithful or who have had moments in which they're unfaithful. I'm not excusing them from that because there are some dogs. Men make mistakes. Or men, sometimes they want to dip it in. It is what it is. Double standard, but that's a man's nature, right? Not to cheat, but sometimes it just be like that. But to that, as long as, again, you two can have plans to be together, and as long as he's including you in his plans in terms of you becoming his wife and the mother to his children and things of that nature, I would just say don't worry about it. Continue doing what you're supposed to do. Continue doing what you're supposed to do, increasing your femininity, your compassion, being willing to take criticism, being willing to adjust, hitting the gym if that's what you do, and even tapping into your artsy side if you're an artist in some capacity. If you like to draw, if you like to sing, if you like to dance, whatever. Tap into those things and then share those things with him. Record yourself real quick at the gym. Send him a picture of the canvas you just painted. Hey, baby, I was just thinking about you and I wanted to share. Make sure you keep yourself on his mind by sharing the things that you do in your daily life or your day-to-day life. So when you're asleep and when he's awake, since he's in another country, he can go through your thread and look back, at the things that you've done, at the things that you've shared with him. You see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. That's a really good question. We need the men's strength so we can be strong too. Yes. Black men are the best leaders. They have a true sense of true mortality. Yes. Have a great day, Courtney. I hope that makes sense. I'm not too sure what you were saying nope to wonderfully and beautifully made, but I hope that makes sense. And I hope that helps. I really do hope that helps. Remnant Princess says, I think that boyfriend and girlfriend is what it is. However, a woman needs to aspire to the commitment of marriage, right? Okay, yeah, looks like it helped you. So yeah, I hope that helps. But yeah, you guys, that's all I have for you. I appreciate all of your donations to the platform. Oh, Rem Princess, I said $2. It's not $1, but you know what I meant, girl. And thank you, Bashua, for being this stream sponsor. I greatly appreciate. So that's all I got. When Regardless says, great advice, Mrs. Bella. New Breed and Little Sis Danica sent me here. Okay, thank you. Thanks for coming on through. Yeah, shout out to New Breed. Shout out to Danica. Wonderful content creators. Go ahead and check them out. All right, you all. But that's all I got for you. I have got to go. The truth has been signed, sealed, and delivered by yours truly. I appreciate you for coming through. If you like the content you see, then please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new uploads or when I go live. I have a video premiering later at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Go ahead and stop through if you can. If you know of any women who you think would benefit from this information, then please share. If she's looking for a sense of higher femininity as it relates to marriage, please send her my way. And until next time, I will see you next one. Bye-bye.